sophomore, number 5, Gage Butler.
There we go.
At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 13, Matt Goodwin. At guard, a 6' sophomore, number 15, Brody Brown. And at guard, a 6' freshman, number 20, Kipton Bobright. Head coach of the Trojans is Ethan Cook.
Get it, Bo. Get it, Bo.
We are doing a sound check, Friday night basketball here in the field house. Testing 1, 2, 3, Lorenzo Pettiford. Sound check 1, sound check 1. Trying to get rid of that echo. Testing 1, 2, 3. And again, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Level check 1, level check 1. And sound check, sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check 1, sound check 1. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. And once again, testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. One, two, three, four. And finally, one, two, three, four. Sound check one. Sound check one. Check, check. The Nash 1025 app. The Nash 1025 app. Sound check. Testing on the Nash 1025 app. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nash 1025 FM. Testing on that Nash app. Testing on the Nash app. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a final test on the Nash 1025 app. Final test on the Nash 1025 app. Sound check. We got high school basketball this Friday night. Newcastle hosting the number 11 Shenandoah Raiders. Game can be heard on the Nash 1025 app. And of course on our video stream. And Lorenzo Pettiford testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Brody. Matt Goodwin. Tackle on number 5, Case Butler. That is his third on the Trojans. Noah Kress at the line, shooting 2 shots. Aiden Music returning for Shenandoah. Kipton O'Brien for Newcastle. 30-second timeout, Shenandoah.
124. Thank you. We got it.
For further information, you can find them on Facebook or at cheerwithkingdom.com. Fans, first up is the Tiny Tiaras.
That's free?
What, to watch the game? Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah, you can watch all of our games, all your, like the old ones that we've already played.
NC Trojans, boys.
Yeah, well, go to YouTube,
Yeah.
type in NC for Newcastle, Trojans Report. NC Trojans Report.
Okay, I
And
got
when you do that, it will show.
to get it right.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with
And
watching
then
other schools. I just didn't know Newcastle football.
And then you just find the game you want.
Is it you?
Yeah.
You'll be announcing?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years.
Good deal. Good deal.
Good evening, Trojan basketball fans, and welcome to Game 20 for your 9 and 10 Matt Loose led Newcastle Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. Our Trojans continue to work hard through the ups and downs of this long season that is quickly coming to an end. After tonight's ball game, there's only going to be 2 games left on the schedule. Coach Luce and the Trojans have now played 7 ranked opponents this year in different classes. Tonight will be their 8th time that they will face a ranked opponent as they will square off against the 16-3 Raiders of Shenandoah, who are currently number 11 in 2A basketball, and their 4th-year head coach, Rick Ellsworth. Again, with only 2 games left on the schedule after tonight, the Trojans team continues to prepare hard and will look forward to having a big win tonight against the number 11 Raiders of Shenandoah if they can put together 4 solid quarters of basketball. The Trojans are coming off a tough loss in the final game that they will ever play in Hoosier Heritage Conference basketball as they lost to Pendleton Heights 55 to 34 this past Tuesday night. So tonight, it's back on their favorite gymnasium floor right here inside the field house as they'll take on the Raiders of Shenandoah. This ball game can be heard, of course, on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just type in the NC Trojans Report. So let the round ball fly high. Newcastle Trojans basketball will start now. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and always a special hello to my youngsters that are tuning in for high school basketball this Friday night. Again, this is the 8th time that the Trojans have faced a ranked opponent. Tonight, number 11 in 2A basketball, the 16-3 Raiders of Shenandoah, and their 4th-year head coach, Rick Ellsworth. He comes in with a record of 52 wins and 38 losses in their 4 years. This Raider team is loaded with seniors. They have been playing together since 7th grade, and they have an impressive senior year going on for this basketball team. They will start 5 seniors tonight in that starting rotation. So a lot of leadership out there on the court. They started off the year with a 7-game win streak. Then they lost. Then they had a 3-game win streak. Then they lost their second game. Then they put together a 4-game win streak. And then they lost their third game. They are currently riding a 2-game win streak, beating Richmond 64 to 43 and Union of Modoc 73 to 41. 6 times this year, this Raiders team has scored at least 70 or more, folks. They've done that an impressive 6 times. 4 times this year, they've scored over 80 points or more. And their high game this year was a blowout against Blue River, 91 to 23. They are currently averaging 65 points a ball game while giving up 48. So they are able to put the ball in the basket consistently, and that's going to be one of the defensive challenges for the Trojans is to try to keep this ball game into the mid-50s or lower. That is what Coach Luce and this Trojans team will try to do because once it starts creeping up 54, 55 or more, that will increase the Raiders' chances of winning here inside the beautiful field house. Last year, the Raiders were 14-10, and they lost for the 3rd straight year in a row in sectional play to Northeastern, 48 to 38 to end their season last year. You got to go back to the 2020-21 season when they were 25-4 under veteran coach Dave McCullough. Then they won the sectional that year, 61 to 38 over Eastern Hancock, but they lost the regional championship game to Park Tudor 55-33. In 2018 and 19, they were 26-2, and they thought that team just might be the one that could get them to the state, but they will come up short in that year again under Dave McCullough. They lose 73-56 in the semi-state to end that strong run that they had back in 18 and 19. Of course, our Newcastle Trojans and head coach Matt Luce coming off that win at Pendleton Heights. We had a chance to talk to the head coach about that tough and final game ever in the Hoosier Heritage Conference as it stands, as Newcastle and several other teams will be leaving that conference next year. So that was the Trojans' final game in Hoosier Heritage Conference play. So we talk about that, and we preview tonight's matchup against the Raiders of Shenandoah. And here's head coach Matt Luce.
We have got head coach Matt Luce for our pregame talk as always. And coach, we played the final game in Hoosier Heritage Conference basketball for the Newcastle Trojans this past Tuesday night on their home court. That's a very good team that you lost to, coach. They get you 55-34.
Yeah, Pendleton Heights had a nice team, and I'm not sure we exactly played the best basketball we could against a very good team, but no matter what, that day is over, and the best thing about that, we get to come back on Friday night at home and play another strong team in Shenandoah, but we're just trying to get better and trying to trust our guys night in and night out.
Just didn't have that on-target shooting performance that you'd like to see out of your team. I had you 5 of 17 from two-point land, 6 of 20 for three-point land. That's a combined 29%. Plus, they doubled you up in rebounding. When you have your stats like that, it's awfully hard to win ball games.
Well, don't forget, they had 6'8", 6'7", 6'6", standing in the paint, and guys that can rip the rims off and different kind of athletes. So, yeah, we needed to shoot better, but every time when you shoot it from 19 feet 9 inches and there's a hand in your face, it affects you. So the speed of the game, the speed of the court, the speed of the offense, the defense, it was different. And I attribute that a lot to Pendleton Heights. At the same time as there are no excuses and you play who you play, and we needed to play better. Instead of losing by 19 or 20, we probably needed to lose by 8, 9, or 10 and didn't just play as well as we could. But there's no doubt, at least in my mind, and who am I? I've only coached for 28 years. Pendleton Heights had more talent. They were a better team on Tuesday night than us.
It's time to obviously refocus like you've done after some tough losses all season long and get ready for another challenge. Tonight, it's going to be number 11 in 2A basketball, the Raiders of Shenandoah, and their first-year head coach, Rick Ellsworth. But, Coach, I think this might be the 9th, 10th team that's been ranked that you played all year. It's been a lot of ranked opponents that you guys have faced.
Yeah, we get to play a very strong Pendleton Heights team on Tuesday night. And, for all those high school basketball historians, we get to come back on Friday night versus a very strong Shenandoah team. Their top 5 guys have played since sophomore year. I've seen them play since 2nd grade. They played a ton of basketball. They're winners on and off the court. And we'll have our hands full against a very strong basketball and very strong athletic team. I'm very familiar with Shenandoah. Wapahani played them the last game of the regular season, same conference, and this is one of the strongest teams they've had since 2021. At the same time it's a great game for Newcastle and Shenandoah. My dad was a JV coach at Shenandoah under Ray Pavey for about 5 years, and it was a big deal. Hey, they're still playing. Still playing, fellas.
We're really good, Coach. He's trying to get some more stuff done here with the little youngsters in between the JV halftime game.
We're still working on some things here. We're trying to, and I think it's pretty cool when you get kids in green and white to come out and play.
Yeah.
At a halftime. I don't think it's cool when your JV team runs out in the middle of the game. So those are things we had worked out at my other school. We're still working out here. By the way, we're going to play a really good team tonight in Shenandoah.
Absolutely. And the tournament draw, of course, is this Sunday. How are you and the team going to watch that main thing that all high school coaches and players are interested in on this Sunday?
I don't know what we'll do on Sunday. I'm glad that we will be one of the 6 teams that are chosen to play in our sectional, and I don't really think it matters who we play or when and where. We're trying to finish the regular season strong and get our 10th win and just play better than we did Tuesday night. And we better play better, or we'll be in for a long night tonight.
Yeah, and looking ahead a little bit, looking at that sectional this year, Coach, of course, some of the same teams as always: Connersville, Hamilton Heights, Jay County, Delta, Yorktown, of course, your Trojans. Man, it's wide open, in my opinion.
Very strong teams, very strong programs, a lot of really good coaches. It's wide open, and it's one of those things in high school basketball, even in class or no class, you can win on Tuesday night and put yourself in position, but you can also end your season real quick. More importantly for us, we're going to play Shenandoah, enjoy senior night versus LaPel against another very strong 2A team, and then go to the Muncie Fieldhouse next Friday night. So we're just enjoying our guys and trying to finish strong.
That was head coach Matt Luce of our Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. We are ready to get you set with the starting lineups here. We'll start off with the Raiders of Shenandoah. Number 1 is a 6-foot senior, Zane Mitchell. We have no stats on the Raiders. They did not list any on the website for Max Prep. Number 3 is Aiden Coffey. He's a 5'10 senior. Number 10 is a 6-foot senior, May Garrett. Number 12 is Jarrett Hellman, a 6'3 senior. And number 24 is Maddox Davis, a 6-foot senior. So now the starters for our Newcastle Trojans, and of course the head coach, Matt Luce. He will start the same starters that he's had for the last 4 or 5 games. The team leader, averaging 16.5 points a ball game, pulling down 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 4, the 6'1 senior, Mason Miller, averaging, again, 16.5 points a game. Number 22, the 6-foot junior, Braylon Bennett, who's been playing well as of late now, 8 points, 2 boards, and 1 assist a game. Number 10 is a 5'9 sophomore, the money man, Maddox Melton. Melton is averaging 5.5 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. Number 24 is Nick Godby. The 6'3 sophomore does all the dirty work inside. An all-around hustling player. 2.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. And rounding out that starting 5 is another talented 6'4 sophomore, Luke Mendoza. Mendoza averaging 3.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. So it's Mendoza, Godby, Melton, Bennett, and Miller, your starting 5 for head coach Matt Luce. The 3 men in charge of tonight's duties, wearing the black and white stripes, are Mark Sexton, Aaron Tolbert, and Kobe Mallory. Again, Tolbert, Mallory, and Sexton, your 3 men in charge of tonight's officiating. So, after tonight, only 2 games left on the schedule, and the Trojans are trying to stack these final chances at wins and get momentum heading to the tournament. The ball will be controlled by the Raiders, and we are underway. And now they stopped it because the clock was about 2.5 seconds in getting started, but they got it started, and now they will inbound. So Raiders basketball, they got the clock ready to go. Here's Mitchell as the Trojans will open up in their traditional man-to-man defense. Davis, high right side. I was watching him warm up. He seems to be one of the best shooters on the team. Good defensive play out of the gate as Miller causes that ball to go off the leg of Coffey. So the Raiders will open up with the turnover. Here comes the Trojans with their first offensive touch. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James, glad to have you on board with us as the Trojans are hosting the number 11 team in 2A basketball, Raiders of Shenandoah. Right corner of the Trojans go now inside to Godby. Godby working one-on-one. Pump fake shot up. No good. Rebound fought for. The Trojans come out with it. Here's Godby again on that right bot. Pump fake up. Shot up. Can't get the roll, but he was fouled. Good pump fakes by Godby on that right block will draw the foul on Jarrett Hellman. That is his first, the team's first. And Nick Godby shooting 41% on the season, going to the line to shoot two. Godby's first is up and good. He is definitely a better shooter than his stats are saying this year. 7 of 17, 41%. You look at his form, you look at his release and his follow through, and he will go 1 of 2 in that. Just a little hard, but it's a good stroke from the line. Raiders will miss. Godby with the rebound. Here's Bennett to Mendoza. Mendoza operating in the paint. Left-handed shot up, no good, and the Raiders pull down that tough rebound. Here's Hellman across the timeline. He'll give it to Coffey. Coffey back to Hellman. Now Mitchell's got it, guarded by Bennett. Top of the key, this is Garrett. Garrett will hand off to Coffey. Trojans' man-to-man defense is pretty sticky here to start the game out. Here is Hellman, will not release from the top of the key area. Instead, he puts it on the floor, drives down the right side of the lane, will make a layup and be fouled. Godby will pick up his first foul, and the 6'3" senior Hellman will go to the line for the and one. Again, no stats on the Raiders, and he will knock down his first free throw attempt. 3-1 is your score. The Raiders have the 1 point lead. Newcastle will inbounds, facing some token full court pressure, and they quickly drop out of that. 6:30 to play, opening quarter. Right side, it's Bennett. Bennett goes top of the key to Godby. Godby hands off to Miller. Miller might have got away with the walk there. High pass intended for Melton. A little bit too much mustard on that pass. It sailed over Melton's hands to give the Trojans their first turnover of the contest. Big game going on tonight in West Lafayette. Purdue Boilermakers hosting the Indiana Hoosiers. We'll keep you, and there's going to be an offensive foul as Hellman was, I believe, trying to set a screen away from the ball. That's 2 quick ones on Hellman, and so he'll be coming out. Coming in is number 11, Carter Gray, another senior. Here's Bennett on the left wing area. Gets a pick from Mendoza. Mendoza now gives it to Godby. Bad pass, but Bennett's there to save it. So it won't be a turnover on Newcastle. Bennett, top of the key area. Matt loose up, barking instructions, says, let's get into the fist. Now Bennett on a take right side. His shot's rejected, and I thought that went off a Raider, but they're going to say off a Trojan, so that will be a turnover on Newcastle. Their second. Coffey across the timeline for the Raiders. They're up 3-1, and we've got 5:40 to play in the opening quarter. Top of the key, that is number 11 who just checked in, Gray. Now Coffey, 3-ball in the air, off the mark. Garrett with a strong rebound. Wild shot, will not make it. And Bennett had the rebound, but he gets it knocked out of his hands. So that's a turnover, number 3 on Newcastle. Mitchell with the trifecta, no good. Melton's got the rebound. Melton to Bennett, right wing. Bennett drives the right baseline, throws it out to Melton. He's got a nice look at a 3 off the mark, and there's Godby with the hustle rebound. Godby driving the right baseline, gets double teamed. Mendoza puts it on the floor, into the paint, kicks it out to Melton. Newcastle will reset. Here's Melton. Nice pass to Godby at the right elbow. Godby will have his shot rejected by Garrett. It will stay Trojans basketball. 2 subs in for our Trojans. Lucas Eaton and Ryan Sturgis checking out as Nick Godby and Braylon Bennett. 3-1 is still your score. The Trojans have yet to find a field goal. They've made one free throw. Raiders have the lead. Newcastle's got the rock. Here's Sturgis trying to give the Trojans the lead. He'll miss a three. Lucas Eaton with a nice rebound. Trojans getting some second shot opportunities, pounding that offensive glass. Melton's trifecta too strong. There's Mendoza with an offensive board. Now Eaton's got it. He will hand off to Melton. 4:20 left in the opening quarter. Ryan Sturgis has a shot rejected. Lucas can't save it. Turnover Newcastle. Quickly down the court. The Raiders have got a three working short, and Mendoza has another rebound for the Trojans. Boy, this Raider team doesn't take long sometimes to get a shot up. That's why they're averaging 65 a ball game and scored in the 80s 4 times and in the 70s 6 times this year, and their high of 91. Melton with 3:45 left in the opening quarter. Guarded by Davis. Now Mendoza will come out and relieve him. Here's Miller with the rock. Right corner Sturgis. Three's working. Got it. Ryan Sturgis knocks down the trifecta. Head coach Rick Ellsworth is furious with his defense in that last possession. He calls a timeout. We'll keep this first timeout here and take care of some great sponsors like Broad Street Motors. Folks, you want your car running the best, right? You want someone to fix it right the first time, correct? Then you got to take it to the Fix-It Pros. Broad Street Motors. They're located at 1556 Broad Street in Newcastle, Indiana. Tune-ups, computer diagnostic testing, oil changes, shocks and brakes, AC and heat repair. You name it, they can fix it. Broad Street Motors in Newcastle, where performance meets peace of mind. Couldn't bring you the broadcast without these great sponsors. Glad to have them on board for more Trojans basketball tonight. The Trojans hosting the number 11th ranked in 2A basketball, Raiders of Shenandoah. Here's Garrett with the ball in the paint. Turn around, hook shot up, no good. And Mendoza has got the rebound for Newcastle. Quickly down the court, the Trojans. Sturgis, left corner to Melton. Here's Newcastle showing patience again with the pumpkin. Miller's got it. Right wing to Sturgis. Right corner. It is Melton. 2:45 to play in the opening quarter. Newcastle's leading 4-3. Mendoza, free throw line, kicks it to Eaton. Eaton will spin and now go to the right side. Hand off to Eminem. Mason Miller. Mason Miller, pull up three, short, and the rebound is to the Raiders. Here's Davis operating now on that left corner, guarded by Sturgis. He'll kick it out to Mitchell. 2:20 left in the quarter. Mitchell, top of the key, goes right side to Gray. Gray driving from the right wing area will give it to Davis, who has checked back. No, he's not. It's Hellman with the 2 fouls. I'm sorry. Hellman on the bench got 2 quick ones in the opening quarter here. Mitchell, 1-on-1 against Miller. Miller draws the foul. Good defense by Mason Miller, sliding those puppies and positioning himself. And you might also want to go to Mason Miller and say that's not only a great defensive play, but you'll probably do good in Hollywood, buddy. That foul on Mitchell, his first, the team's third. Why not? Of course he would do good in Hollywood. He's got the looks. He can shoot it. You know, he's got that charisma. And he's on the take from the left side. Did I set Mason Miller up or what? Miller gets on track with his first 2. Here's Davis. Now, number 21 who has checked in, that's Caden Gray. There's 2 Grays on the team, and I believe they're brothers. And I believe they're twin brothers at that. Another offensive foul on the Raiders. That's their third one in the quarter. That one's going to be on 33. Jaden Campbell, that is his first, the team's fourth. And with the minute 20 now left in the opening quarter, Trojans would do well to be aggressive here and try to get to the free throw line. Any type of a foul will send them to the line. Here is Mendoza in the paint. Kick out to Melton. Short rebound will hit the floor, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Lucas Eaton trying to crash the glass, and Eaton was the one that was thrown to the floor. I'll have to check that out later. I didn't see. I was watching the shot, not watching the action from away from the ball. With 60 seconds left, the Raiders are down 6-3. Nick Godby will be checking in on the next dead ball. That's Coffee into the paint on a pull-up 5-footer, and that will be string music for him. 6-5, Trojans 1-point lead, and I'm looking at Matt Luce with the 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Newcastle, will they put it in the deep freeze and go for one, or just take the first available good-looking shot? Melton taking right baseline will back it out. Now it's Sturgis launching a three ball, and it's money time. Ryan Stingham Sturgis knocked down his second trifecta in the opening quarter, and the Trojans have opened up a 4-point lead, 9-5. And with 10 seconds left, Mitchell looking to go for one. Dribbles to the right wing. Now Davis, top of the key. Davis bounce pass, sets up beautifully Campbell, and that's how the quarter will end. We have played one, and the Newcastle Trojans will lead by 2, 9-7. We'll take our end of the quarter break and come back with second quarter action. You're listening to Newcastle Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and, of course, our video stream on YouTube. Just type in the NC Trojans Report.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle the soft.
Back we are to live action. Yours truly, Lorenzo Pettiford, sitting mid-court. My good cameraman, Ryan James, directly behind me. Trojans will start the second quarter with their 2-point lead, 9-7. And here is Mason Miller with the rock. Right wing, it's Sturgis, who knocked down 2 trifectas in that opening quarter. Eaton will not take, and he will stop at the right elbow. Kick it out to Bennett. Now Mason Miller. He backs it all the way out, high right side. Mason goes right side to Sturgis. Sturgis guarded by Coffee. Gets a pick from Godby, but not a lot to do with that. Now Eaton's trying to set a pick from Miller. Eaton's got the rock now. He will give it to Godby, who gives it to Bennett. Braylon Bennett, right baseline cutoff. Trojans showing some patience. Matt Luce applauding his team's patient work on the offensive end. Nice cut by Sturgis. Shot up and good, and a good bounce pass from Lucas Eaton. Sturgis with 8 points already here in the first half. Gets the first 2 in the second quarter for the Trojans. Here's a take by Garrett. Too strong and off the mark, and the rebound will come down to the Trojans. By the way, Newcastle had 8 rebounds in that opening quarter. A lot of offensive rebounds. Miller will miss, and Garrett's got that rebound for the Raiders. Here is a foul on Mason Miller, his first, the team's first here in the second quarter. And going to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Aiden Coffey. Coffey's first one is too strong off the back of the rim, no good. Newcastle was 1 out of 2 from the line in the opening quarter. The Raiders were 1 for 1, and they will miss their first free throw here in the second quarter. Ryan Sturgis has checked out for Newcastle, and Melton has checked back in. Coffee will check out for the Raiders, and Davis will check back in. We got an 11-8 score. Trojans have the lead and the pumpkin as they will bring it across the timeline. Left side, that's Bennett. Bennett will look for the three, and he will hit. Oh, my goodness. This guy is starting to just be in a shooting zone that we haven't seen in a while. As far as his confidence, it's really high. Mitchell will miss a three, and Miller's got that rebound. Braylon Bennett has been on a tear in the last 6-7 ball games. Knocks down that three ball, heavily guarded. Oh, nice pass. Godby couldn't handle it. Turnover Newcastle. Here's Davis. He'll take a three look. Too strong off the mark, and the rebound is the Raiders. Mitchell will lower the shoulder, create space. No foul. He was looking for a foul, but he'll get his first two of the ball game. 14-10. Newcastle, the 4-point lead in the Rock. Melton. Eaton. Left wing, that's Bennett. He doesn't need much space the way he's shooting. Here's Eaton. He won't launch. Had a little time, but decided not to take it. In fact, Lucas Eaton has not yet hit a three this year. He's 0 for 8. I'd like to see him knock down one or two before the tournament starts. Melton, right corner to Eaton. Mitchell all over Miller. That's everybody's scouting report is to stay on number 4 at all times. And here's Mitchell on Miller now. Top of the key, that's Lucas Eaton. Right side is Braylon Bennett. Bennett gets it knocked out of his hands. Godby on the floor will get it, and then Newcastle will call the timeout. We'll do the same. Trojans lead 14-10, 4:43 left in the first half. Back after this TEO.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IA.
And back to action we go. Newcastle basketball coming out of their timeout. Up 14-10, 4:30 left in the first half. Mendoza hands off to Miller. Miller goes right baseline. Pull up, 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Raiders. Coffee, right wing. Gives it to Gray. Caden Gray, number 21. His brother is Carter Gray, number 11. This is Coffee, guarded by Bennett. Garrett now top of the key, approaching the 4-minute mark of the first half. Coffee gets a pick and will pump fake, get Bennett up, but he can't still release, so he'll push it off to Garrett. Oh, nice strip by Mason Miller on Garrett. Miller attacking from the left side. Pump fake, shot up good. What a strip. What a play by Mason Miller. 16-10. Trojans with that lead. Davis into the paint. Almost threw it away. Here's a three by Coffee. Finds Pater. 16-13. That's the first trifecta the Raiders have made here in the first half. Newcastle's made 3. One by Braylon Bennett and two of them made by Ryan Stingham Sturgis. Left wing, this is Money Maddox Melton. Top of the key, it's Sturgis. Bennett's three. Oh, in and out, no good. Rebound, Sturgis knocked out of his hands. It will stay Newcastle basketball. Man, that thing looked good all the way for Braylon. Classic in and out, so it's Trojans basketball. Sturgis will inbounds. He does to Bennett. Here's Sturgis in the right corner. Now to Mendoza. Out to Bennett. High left side Melton. Left corner Miller. Off the mark Sturgis. Nice rebound and a putback. Newcastle continues to pound the offensive glass and gets second and sometimes third shot opportunities. That time it was Sturgis with an offensive rebound and putback. Davis on a take from the left side and will score. Nice strong move by Maddox Davis of the Raiders. Gets his first two of the ball game. 18-15 is your score. 2:25 left in the first half. Newcastle with that lead in the basketball. Bennett. Oh, a little bit too hard of a pass from Mendoza, probably. Coach Luce up telling him how to get that pass to him. That is the Trojans' second turnover in the quarter, sixth of the ball game. Mendoza will check out, and Godby will check in. Good crowd on hand tonight. We had some excellent dance routines, and I think a lot of people came not only to watch the basketball game, but the young dancers that performed in between the JV game and varsity game. Here's a pull-up free throw jumper by Coffey that will roll out. Rebound, Melton. Melton to the high right side. Now it is Sturgis. Back to Melton. Melton keeps his dribble alive and will now look for someone and throws it out to Sturgis, high left side. Coach Luce up, barking out instructions. That is, whoa. Sturgis hit that three from another zip code. Wow. Sturgis' third trifecta in the first half, and he is on fire. Dare I say, on fire. Here's Mitchell with the basketball. This is Davis, guarded by Melton. Gets to the free throw line. Now give it to Garrett. Garrett down the left side, working in the paint now. Turnaround shot up and good. And I was blocked out of that actual shot by head coach Matt Luce. And with 45 seconds left in the first half, let's see how the Trojans handle this. They're up 4, 21-17. Braylon Bennett, right baseline jumper, goes over the rim, rebound to the Raiders, and they're definitely going to go for one with 30 seconds. At least that's what head coach Rick Ellsworth said. Let's see how the team handles it. They've got 25 seconds. Davis looking to take, and he will be pushed by a Trojan. That foul's going to be on Melton. That is Melton's first, the team's second here in the second quarter. The Raiders have not committed a foul in this quarter. Not a lot of fouls in the ball game, period. Raiders inbounds. This is Mitchell, left wing. We've got 15 seconds left in the first half. Mitchell guarded by Bennett. And 5-second call. 5-second call. That just kind of snuck up on Davis and even myself, as Braylon Bennett did a good job defensively. Second turnover on the Raiders in the quarter. That's 5 in the ball game. 8 seconds. Miller's got the rock. Gets into the paint. Kick out to Bennett. Right corner. Melton. Yeah. What execution. Braylon Bennett could have actually taken that shot, but Melton was just that much more open, and the extra pass and execution in that last possession will please head coach Matt Luce. The Newcastle Trojans will go into the halftime locker room leading 24-17. What a play and what a way to end the first half. We'll take our into the half break, come back with some halftime stats. We'll check on that IU Purdue game, all that and much more. The Trojans lead at the half, 24-17. Back with our halftime show after these commercial messages.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learn how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees, millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org. Get on board.
The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, Thank you. What matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
And back we are here inside the field house in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Yours truly, Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James, partnered up to bring you Newcastle Trojans basketball Friday night style. The Trojans played earlier this week and they lost their final Hoosier Heritage Conference basketball game, not only for the year, but for the entire. They will no longer play in the conference. The best way to say it, the Hoosier Heritage Conference will be realigned with a lot of different teams, the Trojans as well as some other teams dropping out of the conference. And tonight, they're trying to get back to the winning style of basketball and get their record right at 500. With the victory tonight, they could do that, be 10-10. First half stats. First of all, for the Raiders, they were led in scoring by Aiden Coffey, the 5'10 senior, had 6 points. Zane Mitchell added a field goal, as well as May Garrett and Maddox Davis. Making a field goal and an and one free throw was Jarrett Hellman, and then he got 2 quick fouls in the opening quarter and set um, about half of the first quarter and all of the second quarter. Also with the field goal in the second quarter was Jaden Campbell. The Raiders went to the line one time in the opening quarter and 1 out of 2 in the second quarter, so they are now 2 out of 3 in the ball game. They made their free throw in the first quarter. They had 5 turnovers in the first half to the Raiders and 8 rebounds. The Newcastle Trojans were led in scoring by Ryan Stingham Sturgis. He had 2 trifectas when he checked in the ball game in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, he had 3 field goals, a trifecta and 2 regular field goals. He leads all scorers at the half with 13 big points. Mason Miller has 4. Braylon Bennett hit a trifecta. He's got 3. And Maddox Melton also knocking down a 3 ball. He has 3 at the half. The Trojans went to the line twice in the opening quarter, or one time in the opening quarter as far as one player. That was Nick Godby. He went 1 out of 2. And then in the second quarter, the Trojans did not shoot any free throws. Newcastle had 12 rebounds in the first half. So at the half, it is 24-17. Our Trojans in the lead again at the half. Now let's turn our attention and see if we can get any update. It's early with 8:24, or at 8:24 this evening, the IU Purdue game. Trying to get a score on that. It tipped off at 8. Here we go. Early in the game with 11 minutes, a little over 11 minutes to play in the first half. The Boilermakers have opened up a 7-point lead on their home court in West Lafayette, 15-8. The Indiana Hoosiers coming in with the record of 17-9. Purdue's coming in with the record of 21-5. IU's, boy, if they could find a way to try to pull off that upset in West Lafayette, that would go a big way as far as helping them try to get into this year's March Madness tournament. So again, Purdue up early, 15-8 with 11 minutes to play in that first half. Also playing tonight, VCU's at number 18, St. Louis, and Bowling Green is at number 22, Miami of Ohio. And of course, in the association tonight, there are 9 games, including our Indiana Pacers, who are playing the Wizards once again in back-to-back nights. Last night, they lost 112-105 to the Wizards. Tonight, they've got an 11-point lead with 10 minutes to play in the third quarter, 70-59. At the half, the Cavaliers are leading the Hornets 59-53. The Jazz will lead the Grizzlies by 10. Third quarter, 9 minutes and 50 seconds to play, 69-59. Second quarter action, 2:55 to play, 46-45. The Heat have the 1 point lead over the Hawks. Second quarter, a little over 7 minutes to play. Mavericks trail the Timberwolves 50-37. That game is in Minnesota. Just getting underway in the opening quarter. Over 4 minutes still to play in that first period. The Bucks 24, the Pelicans 18. First quarter action, just under 6 minutes to play. The Nets 12, the Thunder 10. Late tonight, we'll see the Clippers at the Lakers, 10 o'clock tip. And also a 10 o'clock tip, we'll see the Nuggets at the Trailblazers. So that's a quick look at the NBA action. And here, the Newcastle Trojans at the half are leading 24-17. We'll take a quick timeout and get you set and ready for second half action as, again, our Trojans are hosting the number 11th ranked in 2A basketball, the Raiders of Shenandoah. Newcastle leads 24-17. Back
More
with
than
the
X's and
second half after these commercial messages.
O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees, millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
Sitting mid-court inside the field house here in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana, Lorenzo Pettiford. And I got the best cameraman in the world behind me, Ryan James. We appreciate Ryan always stepping up to help bring you Newcastle Trojans basketball. We have both teams out of the locker room, and the Trojans are already out on the court waiting for the Raiders to come out to get this third quarter underway. The Trojans will start off on the defensive side with the third quarter. The Raiders will have the basketball. The Raiders will be trailing Newcastle to start this third quarter by 24-17. Newcastle outscored the Raiders by 2 in the opening quarter, 9-7. Then Newcastle scored 15 in the second quarter, held the Raiders to 10. That's why they lead 24-17. The Raiders will try to go inside, and almost a beautiful steal by Sturgis right out of the gate, but he couldn't stop it from going out of bounds, and it will stay Raiders basketball. The Raiders had 5 turnovers in the first half. Newcastle had 6. Raiders had 8 rebounds. Newcastle had 12. But that important stat is the points. Newcastle 24, Raiders 17. Garrett, spin move against Godby with the right hand. He will score. Nice pivoting motion in the paint by Garrett. Newcastle on their first offensive touch to start the second half. Now up 5 are the Trojans. Godby, top of the key. Go to the right wing and hand off to Bennett. Bennett gets double teamed in that right corner. Gives it to Godby. Godby from the right side. Tosses it up off the glass. It won't go in, but he was fouled. And that's going to be Hellman's third. So Hellman had 2 quick ones in the first half. He's already got a quick one here to start the second half. And Nick Godby will go to the line where he was 1 out 2 in the first half, shooting 41%. Will knock down his first one there. He is 2 out of 3 so far. He's got 2 points. Of course, they both came from the charity stripe. He will have one more to go for point number 3, and he got it. 3 out of 4 for Nick Godby, the only one to shoot free throws for Newcastle in this ball game. Back to that 7-point lead for the Trojans, 26-19, and we have played 1 minute of the third. Hellman trying to go one-on-one against Sturgis. Pump fake, shot up good. Hellman seems to have a little bounce and energy in his step after setting that pretty much most of the first half. Left side, it is Bennett with the pumpkin. Bennett, top of the key to Godby. Right wing to Melton. Sturgis, who knocked three balls down in the first half. He was the Trojans' offensive spark. He leads all scorers with those 13 points. Godby, top of the key. Gives it to Miller. And they're going to call a legal screen on Melton. Not Godby, but Melton will get that foul. And that is Melton's second, the team's first here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Newcastle. Here come the Raiders trying to cut into it. 26-21. Mitchell with the pumpkin. He'll go to the right wing area. And inside, they're going to call some action away from the ball. Boy, he saw Hellman grab his head. He's like, if they call that on me for fighting for position down here, that was going to be his fourth. Instead, it will go against Sturgis. And that is Ryan Sturgis' first foul. Mitchell will inbounds. Coffee 3, right corner, no good. Miller with that rebound. Here comes Newcastle with the pumpkin. Miller almost lost it. Mendoza's got it. Mendoza will give it to Mason Miller right in front of me. And head coach Matt Luce. Nice cut by Mendoza. Too high and hard off the glass. and the rebound was being fought for. Alternate arrow will keep it for Newcastle. Nice hustle play by Nick Godby. Mendoza will not take the long two from the left corner. Instead, he'll throw it to Sturgis in the right corner. Sturgis to the right elbow. Mendoza open for a three. Look, got it. I tell you, he's got good release and form on that. He's made now 3 out of 5 on the season from out there. You give him time, and he's got a nice soft release, and he's been successful. That just hasn't taken a lot of attempts from out there. I watch him in warm-ups, and he knocks him down. Good three by Mendoza. Here's Hellman. Newcastle back up 8 now, 29 to 21. 5 minutes. Here is going to be a reach-in foul, I believe, on Godby. That is his second, the team's third here in the third quarter. 5:13 left in the quarter. Trojans up 8. They led by 7 at the half. So far they've increased their lead by 1. The Raiders were able to cut into it a little bit at one point, got it down to 5. Now it's back up to 8. Mitchell. Hellman. Hellman will go back to Mitchell. Guarded by Sturgis. Right corner, that's Hellman. Trying to get it into Garrett. They finally do in the paint. Now Hellman's left open for three. Look, too strong. And rebound is Mendoza. And coming over to try to strip it out of his hands was Coffey, and he'll commit a foul doing it. That is Coffey's first foul, team second. 4:45 to play third quarter. Trojans trying to get a double-digit lead for the first time tonight. Mendoza, right elbow, into the paint. Left-hand shot up. Oh, can't get the roll, but he was fouled. And the foul will go on. 24, Maddox Davis. That is Davis's first and the team's third. And Luke Mendoza shooting 47%. Both him and Nick are in the 40s, but I'm telling you, both of them are better free throw shooters than what that stat reads. And Mendoza will miss his first. Here I am bragging about you, partner. Now make me a true sports announcer and knock this one down. And he does. Mendoza goes 1 out of 2. Newcastle is now 3 out of 4 in the quarter. And make it 4 out of 6 in the ballgame. 30 to 29. 9-point lead is their largest for Newcastle. Davis will get into the paint, and he will be fouled by Melton. That's his third and the fourth on Newcastle. So any more fouls in the final 4 minutes, 16 seconds of this quarter will send the Raiders to the line to shoot 2. 3 fouls on Melton. Here's Hellman. 12-footer from the right baseline, no good, and Godby's got that rebound for the Trojans. Melton will strum along across the timeline. He will go to Mendoza. Mendoza will hand off to Miller. Miller's been fairly quiet tonight, only 4 points. And I think he had a season low 8 at Hilton Heights. And Melton, or make that Maddox. I'll get it right there, Mr. Godby. And Nick Godby from the right side gets his first field goal of the ball game. 32-21, 11-point lead for Newcastle is their largest. And the Raiders missed. Bennett's got the rebound. Matt Lou says, let's get set. Bennett, top of the key. Gets a pick from Godby. Now Bennett will give to Mendoza. Left wing to Melton. Melton Go left side to Mendoza, and he'll give it right back to Melton. Approaching the 3-minute mark left in this third quarter. Miller, right wing. Top of the key to Mendoza. This is one of those offensive touches for the Trojans where they show patience until Melton knocks it down. That's his second three ball of the game. Hit one in the second quarter. And head coach Rick Ellsworth says, I need a timeout. We'll do the same. Newcastle leads 35-21, 2:48 left in the third quarter. Back with more Trojans basketball after this TEO.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. So do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Back we are inside the field house in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James. 35-21, the 14-point lead is the Trojans' largest in the ball game. Inside they go to Garrett, guard against Godby. Right jump hook up, no good. Rebound fought for, and the Raiders will come out with it. Here's Coffey. Giving it to Mitchell, attacking the left baseline, right corner. This is Hellman, back to Mitchell. Mitchell gets into the paint. Now he'll turn and go down the left side lane, forces a shot up, won't make, but he was fouled. That foul was on Bennett, his first. And going to the line will be Zane Mitchell to shoot two. And he will knock down his first free throw. They are now 3 out of 4 as a team. Mitchell will have one more and make it 4 out of 5. 35-23, 12-point lead for Newcastle. 2:15 left in this ball game. Braylon Bennett, left wing to Mendoza. Raiders are now switched to a 2-3 zone. Or make that a 3-2. They're playing a 3-2 zone, actually. Mendoza, left baseline. Gives it to Godby, into the paint. Godby will get it to the right corner to Sturgis, and he lost it. 8th turnover on Newcastle. Here's a three by Davis, no good, and Sturgis has their 16th rebound. Trojans have done an exceptional job of keeping this game at their pace level. Miller, the deep one. Mason Miller will hit from a different zip code as well. 38-23. Trojans back up 15. Davis down the right side lane, running shot up, no good, and Godby's got another rebound. And with 55 seconds, coach says get into the fist. Newcastle will probably take the first available. And Miller says, I'm available now, but he won't hit. Rebound is the Raiders. Quick three from the left corner, no good. And Bennett's got the 18th rebound for Newcastle. And now with 30 seconds left in the third quarter, the Trojans will go for one. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Miller and Bennett playing catch. up top. 1-3-1 zone defense. Bennett's three off the mark, but he was fouled. And what a crucial big mistake by Hellman. That is not only his fourth foul, but just a big mistake to foul somebody, Braylon Bennett. And Bennett, 65% on the season, will have three big ones here. First one is up and no good. He's got two more to give Newcastle hopefully the 39th and 40th point. This one is up and off the mark. So Bennett will try to knock down one out of these three with 6.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Bennett's third free throw is good. So Godby has checked out. Lucas Eaton has checked in. 6.2 seconds. See if the Trojans can defend this strong without committing a foul. Coffee down the right side. Shot up. In and out, no good. The tip is no good, and that's how the quarter will end. At the end of three, the Trojans 39, the Raiders 23. Once again, the Newcastle Trojans put up 15 points in the quarter. They did that in the second quarter, and the Raiders only scored 6 points in that third quarter. We'll take our end of the quarter break, come back with the all-important fourth and final quarter. Trojans lead 39-23. Back with that fourth quarter right after this.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
And we are ready for the fourth and final quarter. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James bringing you that fourth quarter. And here's a three missed by the Raiders. Rebound will come down to the Trojans, their 19th. Miller with the pumpkin. Braylon Bennett high left side. The Raiders are going to stay in a zone down 16 points. Here's Godby into the paint. Nice pass to Sturgis. Beautiful pass from Nick Godby, finding Sturgis in the middle of the paint to give them their 41st point. This is Caden Gray who has checked in now. Coffee, right side to Campbell. Gray, Coffee, top of the key. And they're going to call some pushing and shoving away from the ball on a Trojan. That's going to be Braylon Bennett. That's Bennett's second, the team's first here in the fourth quarter. The 18-point lead is the largest for Newcastle. And making that shot was Mitchell for the Raiders. Gives him 6 points. Again, keep in mind, folks, this Raiders team averages 65 points a ball game. 6 times they've scored 70 or more. Sturgis has his shot partially blocked, some contact, no call. Wow. Yeah, 6 times they have scored 70 or more. Missed shot by the Raiders. Rebound is Gray's, back up, no good. And they step on the end line. That's a turnover. Only their seventh. So Melton, Lucas Eaton is in for Newcastle. Luke Mendoza, Braylon Bennett is out. 41-25, Trojans up 16. Yeah, I was saying that 6 times the Raiders have scored 70 or more, 4 times 80 or more, and they had a high of 91 against Blue River, 91-23. And right now, they've got 25 points with 6 minutes to go in the ball game. They're back to their man-to-man defense are the Raiders. Here's Melton to Godby. Back to Melton. Here's Miller with the pumpkin. Gets a pick from Godby. Won't use it. Goes in. Bounce pass to Eaton. Nice play as Mason Miller will set up Lucas Eaton to get his first 2 of the ball game. 43-25. All Trojans. Back to that 18-point lead. Ties their largest. And Coffee will put it back down to 16. Timeout on the court by head coach Rick Ellsworth. And we'll take care of some good local sponsors like McDonald's. They're located at 1720 South Memorial Drive in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Hey, folks, when it comes to the best burgers and the world famous fries, and don't forget about their delicious breakfast, it can be found at McDonald's, 1720 South Memorial Drive. Go see them before, during, and after Trojan sporting events. Couldn't bring the Trojans broadcast to you without the good people at McDonald's. Also, Ultra Dry, 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. They'll give you a free consultation when it comes to water damage, fire damage, biohazard cleanup, smoke and soot removal. Call Ultra Dry, 765-836-5005. Here comes Newcastle. Breaking the press easily, Mason Miller with the rock. He will be fouled on the right wing. Trying to pick up this number. It will be on Mitchell, number 1 of the Raiders. That's his second, the team's first here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in the ball game. Godby has checked out. Mendoza has checked in. Miller down low. Pump fake shot up, and he drew the foul. Miller is deadly from the outside, and he really is a good scorer when he gets to operate off the blocks. And that time, he was down low. Good pass to him. Draws the contact. He'll go to the line for the first time tonight, shooting 85% on the season. 68 out of 80, and he will hit his first. 69 out of 81 now for Mason Miller. Gives him point number 8. And the 44th point for Newcastle, make it the 45th point for our Trojans as he goes 2 for 2. And Coffee easily goes in from the left side to score his second field goal in the fourth quarter, his 11th point in the ball game. Newcastle facing the full court pressure. Got to get it across the timeline, and head coach Matt Luce will call a timeout as he saw his team letting precious seconds go by. And we will take a timeout as well. Trojans lead 45-29, 4:48 to play in the ball game. Back after this, TO.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kenneltocouch.org.
Okay, out of the Trojans' timeout with a 45-29 lead, 4:45 left in the ball game. Mendoza, right wing, to the free throw line. Now he'll give it to Mason Miller out at the Trojan emblem. He'll dribble to the right side. Miller will reverse and come all the way out to Eaton. Eaton left wing to Sturgis. Sturgis gets bumped and double teamed. Now Eaton's got it. Top of the key to Mendoza. Here's Maddox Melton with the rock. Right wing area. Way out the Trojan emblem. That's Lucas Eaton. 4:15 left in the ball game. Trojans working some clock. They're up 16 big ones. 45-29. Mendoza tries a pass, gets it blocked, gets it back. Left-handed shot up, no good, and the rebound is to the Raiders. Here's a three by Mitchell, right corner, no good, and Mendoza hustling gets a nice rebound for Newcastle. Under the 4-minute mark we go. Coach Luce adamant, trying to get instructions out there. Now he'll send Braylon Bennett into the ball game. Melton with it. Got to admire the job that Coach Matt Luce has done with this team, as we only have 2 regular season games left after tonight. That was a foul, late whistle. Mendoza got bumped hard. The ball was already in the backcourt before he blew the whistle, but he did blow it. And Hellman decided his duties were done for the night. That is his 5th foul. He will foul out with 5 points in the ball game. 3:24 left in the contest. Braylon Bennett with the rock. Bennett on a take. Will try a pass, throws it away. That's Newcastle's first turnover in the 4th quarter, 9th of the ball game. Davis, Mitchell, down low to Garrett with that 6'4" frame. He'll go up over Eaton and be fouled. Can't convert the layup, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's Eaton's 2nd foul, the team's 2nd, and Mr. May Garrett will go to the line to shoot 2 to try to give the Raiders 30 and 31. The 31st point. He will hit his first. He will have one more. And it is a 14-point ball game because May Garrett hits them both. Got to be careful. Still some time on this clock. Trojans up 14, facing some full court pressure. Been up by as many as 18. Miller, 3 off the mark, and the Raiders have this rebound, and they're pushing. And hustling down to knock it out of Coffey's hands was Sturgis. It will stay Raiders basketball in front of their own bench. 2:49 to go in the ball game. All about executing down the stretch here for the Trojans and seal their 10th victory of the year. Don't want to let this one slip out of the gate. Here's Davis on a take. Misses it. Garrett with the rebound and a putback. Wow. That was big time strong. And we got an 11-point game, 2:34. And head coach Matt Luce says, I need to settle my team down. I'll take a timeout. We'll do the same. With 2 minutes and 31 seconds left in the contest, Trojans lead by 12. Back with this exciting conclusion after the timeout.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support. for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my.
And the Trojans got a break there as they threw it away on the inbounds, but the Raiders will miss the layup. So the Trojans, a little sloppy with that inbounds pass, get lucky after that blown layup by the Raiders that would have cut this thing down to a 10-point ball game. Instead, with 2:17 left, Newcastle will maintain their 12-point lead with the rock. Here's Melton, left corner. Throws it top of the key to Sturgis. Off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound is the Raiders. Quickly, it's Coffee down the court. Off the glass, no good. Garrett with the rebound, back up and will score. And he got an and one. Oh, this team, you got to give them credit. They're not quitting. That's the second field goal in the quarter by May Garrett. And he'll go to the line for the and one free throw to try to make it a 3-possession ball game. And if he makes this free throw, it's a 9-point lead. Here is Garrett's free throw. It is good. 9-point game, 3 possessions. Bennett gives it to Mendoza. He's double teamed. Mendoza will step on the end line, or the sideline, I should say. Turnover number 3 in the quarter, 12th of the ball game for Newcastle. 1:57 left. Look out. Down low to Mitchell. Top of the key to Davis. Now it is got screened out by Coach Luce. Garrett operating against Mendoza. Jump hook up, short, rebound. Godby had it, and Miller will come up with it. It was in Godby's hands. It got knocked out, and Miller was there to pick it up and get fouled. That foul on Coffee, his second, or his third, I'm sorry. And the teams, they're over the bonus anyway. But Miller shooting 85%, 2 for 2 in this fourth quarter earlier. He's got 2 more to try to give Newcastle an 11-point lead. First one is up, good. Miller is 3 for 3, all in this fourth quarter. He'll have 1 more. See, now is in double digits with 10 points. This one is up and good. 4 for 4 from the line is Mason Miller in the fourth quarter. 11-point lead Newcastle. That feels a little bit better because they got it under 10, made it a 3-possession. Here's Coffey's 3. Short rebound. Godby. Trojans. Mendoza attacking, but he'll be hand-checked at the top of the key area. So Mendoza will be going to the line to shoot 2. Luke Mendoza is 1 out of 2 tonight. That came in the third quarter. He'll have 2 here, shooting 47% on the season. 47-36, 11-point lead for Newcastle. Can it be 12? Mendoza says no. He will have 1 more to go for a 12-point lead. He's now 1 out of 3. Mendoza's second free throw in this set is good. 12-point lead Trojans. 4-possession game. Here's Coffee on a tag. Left baseline, quick basket for him. His 6-point in the quarter, 13th of the ball game. 10-point lead, 48-38. 1:10 left. Bennett out to Mendoza. Here's Melton. Godby back to Melton. Mendoza now Miller. 56 seconds, 57.5 to be exact, left in the game. They will foul our best free throw shooter, Mason Miller. That is Coffey's 5th foul. He will be the second Raider to foul out. So his services are done. And they will bring in Caden Gray, the 6'2 sophomore. So Eminem, 4 for 4 tonight. all in the fourth quarter. He'll have two more here. Going for points 12 and 13. This one is good. 5 for 5 from the charity stripe is Mason Miller in this fourth quarter. Mendoza's checked out. Lucas Eaton is checked in. Here's Miller. And it will roll around and roll in. 50-38, 12-point lead Trojans. 55 seconds left. Garrett using that body will go in and score on Godby, and they're going to call Godby on the foul as well. I thought he really initiated that contact. I thought Garrett did. So he will make another field goal, and he's got another and one free throw coming. He is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, all in the fourth quarter with those 3 field goals. This one's up and good. 9-point lead again. 3-possession game with 50.4 seconds left. Sturgis, Miller, Eaton, Melton, and Godby out there for our Trojans. Here's Eaton to Sturgis. Sturgis will go to Eaton, but I believe Sturgis got fouled on the pass. So Ryan Sturgis will go to the line to shoot 2. He's an 83% free throw shooter, 19 out of 23 coming into tonight. And these are his first attempts tonight. Put this lead back in double digits, Mr. Sturgis, and he does. 10-point lead. He will have one more. Trojans in this quarter are 2, 4, 6, 8 out of 9 from the charity stripe. This one is up and good. 9 out of 10 is Newcastle in the money quarter. When you're trying to keep and maintain that lead, the Trojans are executing at a high premium from the charity stripe. Back to an 11-point lead with 44 seconds. Mitchell comes down and will launch a wild three, no good. Rebound fought for, and Miller's got it. A little bit of extracurricular activities, but how about our senior leader, Mason Miller, getting to the court and saying, this rebound is mine, and I will keep possession of it, and then he gets fouled. Caden Gray will pick up his first foul on Mason Miller. Miller now will go for, try to make it 8 in a row from the charity stripe here in the fourth quarter. Right now he's 6 for 6, 7 for 7. He's got 14 points. Started this second half with only 4 points, so really come alive in the second half, mainly from the charity stripe. We got a little stoppage in play because of Mason's elbow. I think there's some blood, so they're going to clean that up and stop that bleeding, and he'll have one more free throw. Now Matt Luce will call the timeout because you only have so much time before you could possibly look at a violation and technical. So Coach Luce does a smart thing and says, let's just call a timeout. We'll get Mason's elbow taken care of and wrapped up to stop the bleeding, and he'll shoot one more free throw to give Newcastle, hopefully, their 13th-point lead. Right now they lead by 12, 53-41. We've got 40, check that, that's the timeout. We got 37.3 seconds left in the ballgame. So after Mason Miller makes this free throw, I will do what I like to do as early as possible. I probably could do it now, but I'm going to wait until he makes this one and say the Trojans will win the ballgame. Oh. So they got Mason wrapped up. Now it's not wrapped up enough. Oh boy, we got to hustle. They got 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds to clean up blood. Last time Mason was around 24 seconds, and they Matt Luce went on and called the timeout. Now they got a couple extra wraps around it to make sure that no more blood oozing out of that thing. So here we go. They've done everything they can to take the rhythm out of a guy who's made. Oh, and he does miss that one. Rebound Raiders. Mason was 7 for 7 all in the fourth quarter. Here's a three by Gray off the mark. Rebound will come down to Miller. And with 20 seconds left, that's how the game will end. They will not foul him anymore. 53 to 41 will be your final. The Newcastle Trojans will beat number 11 Shenandoah Raiders by 12, 53 to 41. What a big, huge home victory for this Trojans team and head coach Matt Luce. They played well on both ends of the court, and they definitely earned this victory tonight. 53 to 41. We'll take our end of the game break. Come back with our final game stats. We'll check on that IU Purdue score, and we hope to have head coach Matt Luce or varsity assistant coach Jason Williams and maybe a player or two in our post-game show. It's the Trojans winning 53 to 41. Back with our post-game show after these commercial messages.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees, Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board. Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, Thank you. what matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Back we are inside the field house in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. The scoreboard is just as beautiful because our Newcastle Trojans get their 10th victory of the year. They're right at 500, 10 and 10 now. Matt Luce will get career victory in his 24th year of coaching. 395 wins now for head coach Matt Luce to 169 losses. Just 5 away now from that magical 400 wins. Wow. Uh, the Raiders will drop to 16-4 on the season, only their fourth loss. And Rick Ellsworth will get career loss number 39 to 52 wins in 4 years. So, of course, next up for our Newcastle Trojans next week, the two games to wrap up the regular season and get ready for the tournament. This Tuesday night, it will be senior night as Newcastle will take on LaPel in the final home game of the year this Tuesday night. Fans, please get out here and support our Trojans for the final regular home season game and support the seniors that have contributed so much to the program. So this Tuesday night against LaPel, and then Friday night will be the final game of the year on the road at an always tough place, the Bearcats of Muncie Central. And then it's tournament time, folks. The tournament draw show, I haven't said this enough. I should have been saying it more throughout the broadcast. The tournament draw show. Yeah, Mr. Ryan James of San Lorenzo. People want to see you during the post-game show, and you need to turn around and let the people see you. So, hey, we're in our post-game show. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James right back there behind the camera. But congratulations again to Matt Luce and the Newcastle Trojans. They get not career victory, season victory number 10. So they're right at 500. They're 10 and 10 now on the season. The Raiders, number 11 in 2A basketball, they will probably be dropping. Not very much so because they did step up in class against our Trojans. So they're number 11 in 2A basketball. They dropped to 16-4. Still a good season that they've had under Rick Ellsworth in his fourth year. He gets his 39th loss in the 4 years there at Shenandoah. 52-39 now is Coach Ellsworth. And again, I was saying Matt Luce in his 24 years of coaching overall, career victory number 395 tonight. So good job for Matt Luce. Just 5 away now from the 400 mark. All right, some final game stats for our Newcastle Trojans. Ryan Sturgis had 13 points at half. He'll finish with 17 to lead all scorers. Mason Miller only had 4 points at the end of the first half, but he put up 10 in the second half. He finishes with 14, and a tremendous job from the free throw line for Mason Miller, going 7 out of 8 in the money quarter from the charity stripe. Newcastle as a team was 10 out of 12 in the fourth quarter to maintain and hang on to that lead. So a good job from the charity stripe from our Trojans. Okay, so Sturgis leads the team with 17, Miller with 14. Braylon Bennett hit a three ball in the second quarter, made one of his three free throws. He had 4 points. Melton knocked down two trifectas. He'll finish with 6. Nick Godby, strong rebounding the game for him as well tonight. I think he might have got 10 plus rebounds tonight. I don't keep individual rebounds, but if he didn't get 10 or more, he was right there knocking on the door around 8 or 9. But he'll finish with 5 points and going 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe. Good job for Nick Godby. His percentage will be jumping up from 41%. Uh, Lucas Eaton had a field goal in the fourth quarter. It was a big one. He had 2 points. And Luke Mendoza has 5 points. He knocked down a three ball. That's his third one that he's made this year. He is now 3 out of 5 from shooting beyond the arc. So he doesn't take a lot, but when he does, he is knocking them down at a very good percentage. So that's well over 55%. Um, so again, Mendoza has 5 points. Newcastle had 12 turnovers on my card and 24 rebounds. For the losing Raiders of Shenandoah, they were led in scoring two players each with 13, Aiden Coffey and May Garrett. Garrett really came on in that fourth quarter, going 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. And then I think he had all those were and one free throws. So he had 6 and 9 points in the fourth quarter. He'll finish with 13. So him and Aiden Coffey tied for team high honors of 13. Jarrett Hellman, who was in foul trouble throughout the ball game, ended up fouling out. He'll finish with 5. And Maddox Davis had a field goal. He had 2. And then off the bench, Jaden Campbell also a field goal. He had 2. The Raiders on my card had 8 turnovers and 21 rebounds. So that all-important stat, of course, the Newcastle Trojans put up 53 points to hold the Raiders to 41. And I cannot stress enough, and we hopefully will be talking with either Matt Luce or varsity assistant Jason Williams here in the next few minutes about how this Trojans defense played extremely well on their end of the court, because this team came in averaging 65 points a ball game. 6 times they've been 70 or more. 4 times they've been 80 or more. And then they had their season high 91 points against Blue River, 91-23 in that victory. But here in the field house, the Trojans put that defense on them, hold them to just 41 points. Really good effort by the Newcastle Trojans. So next up again for our Trojans, this Tuesday night, it will be senior night here inside the field house. Please come out and support our seniors and the whole basketball team. Of course, it's the final regular season game of the home regular season game on Tuesday night. And the final game will be on Friday night of the regular season at the Bearcats of Muncie Central. And then, of course, it's on to the tournament. The tournament draw show is this Sunday, 6 o'clock. And you can watch that on the Herald website or some other sites that they do for the tournament draw show. So 6 teams, as always, in this Newcastle sectional. You've got Yorktown, you've got Delta, you've got Connorsville, you got Hamilton Heights, you got, of course, Newcastle, and I'm forgetting someone, but Braylon Bennett has made it out here, so we're going to get the headset on. The guy that's just been shooting lights out as of late, and that is Braylon Bennett, the outstanding 6-foot junior. finishes it with 4 points tonight. And Braylon, always good to talk to you, my friend. Just a great performance by the Newcastle Trojans tonight on both ends of the court. You guys win 53 to 41.
Yeah, it was a great win. The atmosphere was awesome, and if we could have more games with the fans like that, I think we'd win a lot more games. It was so fun to just come out. I was nervous. It was great.
Yeah, I thought the atmosphere and the energy here inside the field house was a little bit special. Maybe some of the parents and family members that watched the young cheerleaders, I think, came out to help bring a little bit more atmosphere. But boy, I tell you, those parents and fans were cheering on our Trojans tonight, and you guys did a good job responding to their energy as well. Buddy, I tell you, you've been shooting the ball extremely well the last 7, 8 ball games or so. I can tell your confidence is up, and you're just letting that thing fly, and it looks good. Every shot you take, almost they all look good. A lot of them still go in, but even the ones you miss look very good.
Yeah, I wish I could hit some more free throws, Lorenzo. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
well, yeah, you did go 1 out of 3, but yeah, and you're a better free throw shooter than your stat at 65%. I've watched you shoot free throws and three balls, and you're a deadly shooter. So
I
just kind
appreciate
of a
it.
weird free throw stat that you
Yeah, I
got. But
know.
hey, come tournament time, you probably won't miss it
I
all.
hope so.
But the one thing I want to talk about on the defensive end, I can't stress this enough. I've been telling our viewers that this team averages 65 points. Speaking of Shenandoah, I don't know if you know this. 6 times they've scored at least 70 or more points. 4 times they've scored at least 80 or more, and they had one game they scored 91. So again, they're averaging 65. You guys keep them below their average, 41 points. That's doing a great job on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think we have a really underrated defense, and also like our offense, we just take so long that it like limits them to shots. So like our offense kind of helps on the defensive part. So yeah,
And then you guys are, of course, coming off that tough loss at Pendleton Heights. This team seems to do a good job coming off losses of refocusing, looking at the task at hand, because this was a good team that you had number 11 in 2A basketball, Shenandoah. I thought your focus and your attention to detail was good tonight.
yeah. Usually just after losses, like we just got to lock right back in because I mean we can't you can't lose to a team and then come like next game and just be unprepared again. So you got to fix something after you lose.
So can you? Just 2 games left now, buddy.
I know it's crazy. I can't believe it.
It's what really went fast all of a sudden, and of course, it's going to be senior night this Tuesday night against LaPel. Uh, talk about some of the seniors on this team: Mason Miller, and of course, you've got who am I forgetting here? Oh yeah, is
Lucas
that it?
Eaton,
I thought there was another senior.
Mason, and Lucas.
There you go, Lucas Eaton.
Yeah,
There you go. I knew there was two. Yeah, so just talk about those two seniors and what they've meant to the program.
those are the two best seniors that I've had here. Like Mason is just he's my biggest inspiration. I'll just say it. Like he comes to practice every day. He puts work in like out of practice. And then Lucas Eaton is just the best teammate I've ever had in general. Like he might not score any points, and he'll like it means so much to him that he's gonna continue to support his teammates, even if he doesn't score a point. He's great.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. Just knowing a little bit and watching you guys interact, I love Lucas Eaton's just always positive
Yeah.
and always there to do the little things that go unrecognized in a lot of ball games. So let me ask you this question, buddy. With the 2 games left in the regular season, the tournament's just around the corner. Does this team feel like they've got enough to cut down the nets here on your home
Oh
court and
yeah.
win this sectional?
Oh yeah. We're super excited. I think we've gotten a lot better over the
Yes.
season, and I think that's just scary for tournament time because you always play your best during that. So
Well, keep shooting the ball, buddy. You're doing good,
thank you.
knocking down them threes, and we'll see you this Tuesday night against LaPel. We're going to
All
bring
right.
in
Thank you.
varsity assistant Jason Williams. That's Braylon Bennett. And, oh, okay, yeah, we can do Kipton first. Kipton Boatwright. Good to talk to this guy because not only is he a good basketball player, pretty good football player as well, right there, buddy?
Yep.
Hey, I love your energy and your athleticism. I saw a little bit on the football field, obviously, but now you bring it to the basketball court, and you're the type of guy. Just seems like when you're out there, you give 100% all the time.
Absolutely.
I take pride in giving 100% every time I'm on the court or football field. Just
Now, which is your favorite sport?
I'd have to go with baseball.
Oh, I
Baseball.
forgot about it. Yeah, he plays baseball too. He's a
Yeah.
three-way sports guy. You're just
Yeah.
so. What position do you play in baseball?
I shortstop and pitch.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So again tonight, this basketball team, not only at the JV level, which you played a lot more JV than you did varsity, but you guys dominated that game, 46-26
Yeah.
tonight. You guys really brought that energy
Yep.
and executed well.
We came off a bad lose to Pendleton.
Yeah.
It had nasty taste in our mouth, wanted to get it out. So.
Yeah. But now just 2 games left in the regular season. What's important for this team in those final 2 games before the tournament to get done?
We're trying to just do our best. We're hot right now, man.
Yeah.
And we're all together. It's what we talk about a lot, togetherness. So trying to stay in it.
Hey, going back to football, you get in that weight room a lot. How much can this little guy bench?
Oh, no. I haven't got there yet.
I heard you're strong, and I watched some of it out there. So you're a strong little guy, dude. I'm telling you. So, but good job tonight. Big win, and I know that this Tuesday night you guys are going to be ready to play again.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Kipton, thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
Now we'll bring in the varsity assistant coach, Mr. Jason Williams. All right, buddy. Just real quick here, Coach Williams. What a great home victory coming off that tough loss at Pendleton Heights. I think it was 55-34, but you guys had to refocus and get ready for another. I think this was your 8th ranked opponent that you guys have played this year. I mean, it's been one ranked team after another. They're number 11 in 2A basketball. Here's the impressive stat, Coach, that I've been saying a lot, even to the youngsters that you guys brought out. Shenandoah, ranked number 11 in 2A basketball. Did you know this? 6 times they've scored 70 or more. 4 times they've scored 80 or more.
Yeah.
And they had a high game of 91 against Blue River, 91-23. Now, again, Blue River, not strong competition, but I don't care. You're still scoring 91 points.
90 points, yeah.
You still scored 70 or more 6 times and 80 or more 4 times, and you're averaging 65 a ball game.
Yeah.
And you guys hold them to 41.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with the defensive effort tonight for sure. And but, Shenandoah's a great team.
Yes.
They got some kids that can fill it up, and we were able to get the Hellman kid in some foul trouble tonight pretty early. Really, he picked up 2 pretty quick.
Yes.
And that I think that kind of took him out of his rhythm, which was great for us. And then you got the number 1. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but
Mitchell.
That kid, the May kid inside. And they don't quit. There's no quit in them. They played hard the whole time. We're proud of these guys.
Yeah, I thought they could have went to him more. To be honest, I'm glad they did because his quickness, his leaping ability was, and he's a strong kid. And him and Gabi were in there battling a lot, but he came on big time in that 4th quarter for him. But by then, you guys really had control of the game. And here's the big thing, Coach. When you have control of the game on that 4th quarter, you got to lead 7, 8, 11 points, and they got up to maybe 30.
Yeah.
They got to start you guys were stepping up the line 10 out of 12 in the money quarter, and led by Mason Miller going 7 out of 8. And I think he would have went 8 for 8, but it took about 2 minutes for him to go out there and shoot his 8th free throw and get
the blood off of him. And it was very physical. I thought our guys showed a lot of class, and they're learning. It's coming to them on learning how to win and learn how to. And Coach Luce is big on learning how to win the right way.
Yeah.
And they did that tonight. They didn't panic. We had 16, 17, 18 point lead, and like I said, there's no quit in Shenandoah at all. That's a good. I mean, they start 5 seniors.
Yeah.
They're and they've played a lot of basketball. So hats off to them. But our guys just did not quit. They didn't panic. They didn't come off that press. They played a little bit of 1-3-1 zone late, but they kept that press on. Our guys handled the ball, and they'd foul us, and we just go the other end and shoot some free throws.
Timely shots being made at certain parts of the ball game it seems like this team, especially tonight, had it ready and willing to go. Mason Miller, who does so much for you, only knocked down one three ball tonight. Didn't have his traditional 20-plus point game, but there was with the timely three in the second quarter, Braylon Bennett. With timely threes in the second and third quarter, made threes by Melton. Sturgis, right away, it comes off the first quarter, knocks down two of them to really get you going in the first quarter. It was only 9-7, but it just wasn't a lot of scoring in that first quarter until Sturgis got you guys amped up. And then in the second quarter, he scores 7 points, and he's got 13 and a half. But it's just, pick your spots. Hey, Melton, where you been? We need you here. Boom, he's there. Hey, Bennett, where have you been? We need you here. Boom, he's there.
And I'll tell you, Ryan is a kid that started a lot of games for us. Coach made that switch, and it's not that Ryan did anything wrong, and Coach was, told him it's not you did anything wrong. I just want to switch it up and see what happens. And then we won 2 games in a row, 3 out of 4, whatever it was.
Yep.
And then obviously the coach, Coach Luce didn't want to mess with it, and obviously I wouldn't either.
The formula's working,
but it works, and Ryan has been giving us a huge lift off the bench, and hats off to him because starting varsity is a that's something they all want to do.
Oh yeah,
they all aspire to do. But Ryan, not one time has hung his head. He's not pouted. He's not whined about it. He's accepted his role. He's practiced hard. He's come a long way since this summer, a long way. And these guys are coming together at the right time. They're all believing in themselves. They're believing in each other, and they're believing in the coaching staff, and that's huge.
That is,
especially with tournament time just around the corner. We're looking forward to it.
Of course, the tournament draw shows this Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys are going to get together as teams. Everybody just kind of watch it on their own. But bottom line is, you'll know your path that you need to take coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, and they're. I mean, it doesn't matter who you draw. It doesn't matter when you draw them. You got to be prepared to beat all of them. But yeah, we'll get together as a team and have a little dinner or lunch, and I guess dinner because I don't think it's till that evening. But yeah,
6
o'clock
Sunday at 6. Well, I tell you, Coach, you guys are got this team. I love how they guys can re-energize, refocus, coming off a tough road loss in the final Hoosier Heritage Conference game that Newcastle will ever play in, because the conference is getting realigned and all that stuff. But you refocus against a quality opponent tonight on your home court, and you guys, dare I say, almost made it look easy.
There are no easy wins. There are no easy wins. This is hard, and that's the thing that Coach keeps telling these guys. Look, this is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, and everybody would win every game. And it's not. It's hard. Coaching's hard. Playing's hard. Running the offense is hard. Just everything. Playing defense is hard. But these guys are playing well. They're playing together, and so I couldn't be more proud of them. I know Coach is the same way.
Well, just the 2 games left. Tuesday night, LaPel will come here. It'll be senior night, and then Friday night you make the trip to Muncie Central to take on the Bearcats, and then it's tournament time. So in these last 2 games, what are some of the key things that you think this team's got to do just to get better and get ready to be tournament ready?
Defense and rebounding.
Yeah,
that's where it starts for us. Obviously, offensively, we got to continue to improve. We got to set good screens. We got to take care of the ball, no turnovers, all those things. But you have to rebound and you have to defend to be able to advance in the tournament. And I think our guys are up to the challenge, and we'll see.
All right. Well, super job tonight. Congratulations also to Ethan Cook. That's what I was going to bring up. It's his 14th victory. He's 14-6 at the JV level. Dominant performance, 46-26 tonight.
Oh yeah. JV guys played well tonight, and Brody and Kipton played well tonight.
Yeah.
All those.
I was glad you brought Kipton out. I forgot he played baseball. I mean, I remember seeing him on the football field.
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete.
Yes, he is.
He's a heck of an athlete. So, we'll, I gotta work on those answers with him a little bit. We're playing basketball right now, so basketball's gotta be your favorite right now. In a couple months in baseball.
I like that.
So,
yeah. Hey, good job tonight,
right,
Coach.
Thank you. I
That's
appreciate it.
Varsity assistant coach Jason and we're going to wrap things up here for a final time. The Newcastle Trojans get their 10th win of the season, 53-41. We'll be back on the airways this Tuesday night at this same spot here inside the field house in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you Tuesday night for more Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just type in the NC Trojans Report. Enjoy your week, Trojans fans.